welcome Cher Golding, Graham Colton, and Cindy Colton to Parties Extra. This segment is brought to you by our sponsor, Party Galaxy. I'm Helen Wallace, and this group of people is here to tell us about Red Tie Night. Welcome you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cher Red Tie Night is one of, if not the largest, single night fundraiser in the state. So tell us a little about how it got started.
Well, absolutely. This started 24 years ago with Barbara and Jackie Cooper, and it is really where we raise all of our money in one night. From start to finish, all of the fundraising happens at this event and then is able to be granted back out to the HIV and AIDS community and providers. So it's a big event that all happens at one time, and we're just super excited. And just to have the family support this entire time and to have our founders and the founding family still involved is just very wonderful. And
you all aren't direct services.
Correct.
You fund direct services.
We fund the HIV and AIDS service providers who do provide the direct services.
That is awesome. So Graham and Cindy, tell us about this year's event, when and where it is.
Go ahead.
It's at the Cox Ballroom, March the 5th, which is right across the street from the Renaissance Hotel, downtown Oklahoma City. And it starts about 6:30, cocktail hour, and goes late into the night.
And what do people wear?
People wear whatever they want to wear, as long as it's black tie and fancy.
Fancy.
Yeah,
We want fancy.
We have a lot of colorful people that are very flamboyant in dress, and we encourage everybody that wants to support and be a part of this to dress how they want, as long as it's fancy.
Graham, what kind of a tie will you be wearing?
Well, it's a little bit of a surprise, but it will be red. And I'm actually going to be wearing my grandfather's bow tie.
Jackie Cooper's tie.
Yes, which is a
I think
huge honor.
that just kind of makes me cry.
There's been a lot of tears, a lot of
so
smiles. It's a great year for us, and my mom and I, when we were asked to co-chair, it was a big honor, but it was a big undertaking, right?
Right,
I mean,
we both said, if you do it, I'll do it.
Yeah, that's
You
right.
know,
You stepped in, though, you
right.
all.
It felt right. And
for your dad.
Yes, for my mom and my dad, and it's been an honor, and it's been just a wonderful experience to do it with Graham and get to know Cher and all the wonderful volunteers that have been involved for the last 24 years that have continued to give their support.
And this is a big party, you all. How many people come?
Huge. I mean, this year I think we are expecting upwards of 700. So it's, you know, especially in this tough year. I mean, we didn't really know what to expect, especially without our fearless leader not with us, with my grandfather. But we've just been overwhelmed with all the support, people that are coming back that haven't attended in years, and a lot of new people, which is, of course, it's time for my generation to get involved. And so this is an event that I've had a front row seat to for years, my mom longer than me, of course. But there's just a new energy this year that I think everybody is really happy about.
Well, Graham, you have a band. Are they gonna? What's the name of your band?
I'm very, very egotistical, so it's the Graham Colton Band.
Are they going to play?
Sometimes just Graham Colton. That's the band. No, you never know what can happen. We have a lot of cool stuff in store for the evening, and we're even still creatively talking about what we can do to make the night even more energetic and more just fun, and it gets pretty wild. I mean, there's been many a time where Bob Stoops is dancing into he closes the place down, and other coaches and different celebrities that attend. I mean, it really is a fun, important night.
So you all got involved with your mom and dad and grandfather, grandmother. So
yes.
I think that's the most amazing part of the story.
It's a great story. It's turned my brother's unfortunate passing of AIDS into something that, you know, we could make a statement and make, especially in Oklahoma, when he passed, it wasn't talked about. And I think they brought awareness and education to the state and just started something special, and it's just continued to grow.
And Cher said, love of a son. I mean, it's love of a son and getting help where there was no help.
Right, there was no help. And we were open about the facts and the disease, and saw so many people in New York where he did die with no family, no support. And we, you know, that just touched all of us, especially my parents, because they witnessed it so firsthand. So that was what they wanted to change. And I think they were successful.
That is awesome. And this new generation, they don't know too much about it.
They don't. They've grown up with HIV and AIDS being a livable disease, which we're very thankful for, but the messaging has really changed along, and what the Colton family went through and how they saw people really not having the services and the support and the help that they needed available. It was really different, but we really have to change our messaging as a community on the prevention and the education to really try to foster that AIDS-free generation. A lot of times young people, they just are, they just feel immortal and invincible, and risky behaviors just really are prevalent, and it makes it really difficult that we need to bring that messaging back and remind them to be safe and be careful, because though this is a livable disease, it's very expensive. There's a lot of side effects with the medication, and it's just a hardship for anyone living with HIV and AIDS.
And one of the quotes that I was told recently, because I've learned so much just in not only becoming co-chair, but over the years as I've gotten a little bit older, and I've learned more about my family, more about the organization, more about the evening itself. And the quote that continues to resonate with me is, people with HIV and AIDS don't just have HIV and AIDS. Mm-hmm. It doesn't stop there. Mm-hmm. So the organizations that we support, they are able to lend support and funding for all the things that add up beyond just having this horrible disease. So that's been something that I really wasn't even aware of before becoming co-chair. So it's been a process that I think has changed me for sure.
Mm-hmm. Awareness does change you.
Right.
Well, there's so many social.
That's good to know.
There's so many social services that are needed, and so the nonprofit organizations that we support aren't going beyond just that care of HIV and AIDS. They're providing mental health and substance abuse services, suicide prevention, domestic violence, trying to reduce homelessness, anything affecting those with poverty, transportation needs, medication. They're really reaching out and providing a myriad of support services, and there's no wrong door. Once they have a case manager, they're getting all of the support and all the services they need, whether it's food, housing, clothing, or the HIV and AIDS care.
Well, back to the party. You all have an auction.
Yes, we do.
Okay, so what are some of the auction items?
Can we give those away?
I think so. We can
Couple
tease them
of
a
them.
little.
We can.
We put some t-shirts out.
We're pretty
on social
proud of our
media.
auction this year. This is obviously one of the first things we talked about, and it'll probably be the last thing that we're even editing and refining up until the event. I mean, we're really excited because we have a full package, a Dallas vacation to go see Adele in concert.
Wow, that's a good
paired
one.
with Hotel Zaza and dinner, which is going to be quite an evening because those tickets are hard to get. That's a big one.
That is a
She's
big
the
one.
best. Yes.
We're doing Formula One again this year.
Formula One in Mexico City, which has been a popular item in the past.
Good.
So that's a fabulous trip.
New York? Something in
New York, New
Oh,
York.
yes.
Always
New York.
got to do something in New
Yes.
York.
There is this tiny little Broadway show that
No tickets
you know,
available, you know. Yeah.
So one about Hamilton, and the lines I hear just wrap around when they do the ticketing for that, and it's they just won a Grammy. So we're super excited to be able to send some folks to New York to have a wonderful vacation experience and go see that show.
So you all have
Don't give away anymore. That's it.
okay.
That's
you
all
have
you're getting.
Yeah.
Great.
The other ones are just as good.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You all, that's wonderful.
Yeah, we're excited.
So
We
is
are
it live?
excited.
Live or?
Live and silent. We'll
And
have
both.
live and silent throughout the evening.
Have some fabulous silent auction items also that we were like, oh, that could almost be live. They're that
They're
good.
big.
They're
Got some
that
big
good.
stuff.
Yeah.
Well, so you have lots of volunteers, sponsors. Who are some of them?
We do. We have a ton of volunteers. It's over 100 people that come together to really help this out, from the committee standpoint and starting out early throughout the year planning, all the way to helping decorate and get the room together. It's just a true army of folks that come and get everything set up so that we have this beautiful party, and it's just seamless throughout the night. And we can't thank everybody enough. And we have a lot of flower sponsors, and the list just keeps growing, and people want to come and help. And I think that's just the message and the love of the Cooper family, and how much we all miss Jack, and just what he was able to do in this community, that people really come together to help, and we appreciate every bit of support that we receive.
You all, that's wonderful. Well, as the next generation, you probably have some new ideas, Graham. So do we have any coming up?
We have a lot coming up.
Okay.
The first one, which is, you know, really the idea that was we have to do it was an after party. Not just because it will be a great time, but it really was an opportunity to hopefully attract a group of younger people that maybe can't afford a ticket to Red Tie, or maybe think that it's, you know, going to be too stuffy, or they don't have a tuxedo. This is an opportunity for us to do something that's wild and loud and crazy and youthful, and we hope it lasts until 3 or 4 a.m.
So it comes right after Red Tie?
Yes.
It does.
Okay, so what are you having?
Well, we're having a lot. We are having the world-renowned #1 Cher impersonator, and I'm not talking about this Cher. I'm talking about the #1 Cher impersonator is we are bringing Chad Michaels in from Los Angeles, and he is very excited. Let's just say that.
He is popular.
Very popular. It'll sell out.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh.
So we're selling $35 tickets and $75 tickets for VIP for the people that can't or don't attend Red Tie. And for those that do attend Red Tie, they get in for free. So it's going to be crazy. It's going to be at Angles Club, and we've rented the whole space. So it's going to be it's our party. We're holding it at Angles, and it's going to be a blast.
And tell me again the dates on all these.
This is Saturday, March 5th.
March the 5th. So it's coming right up.
Yeah,
you are done. You're ready to go. Ready to roll.
Yes.
How do people get tickets?
And they can go online to our website, which is just okaIdsCareFund.com or redtienight.com.
Okay.
Or they can call the office at 405-348-6600. And with the after party, we will have a few tickets available at the door, but I wouldn't count on that because we're probably going to sell out.
That's right.
You think it's going fast?
Yeah.
Or just call me.
Okay.
Whatever it takes.
That's
what my grandfather would do.
Just
call me.
Yeah, call me.
I'm listed in
Find
the phone
me.
book.
Yeah, just find me. I got a ticket for you.
Yeah, there's always a ticket.
All are
he would
welcome.
say.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, that's great. Well, I really love this party because all the florists go together.
It's amazing.
And expand on that a little bit. Tell us what they really do.
Well, so our first, one of the first committee members and a longtime board member of the Oklahoma AIDS Care Fund is Jim Valian of Troctas. And so he's really been able to pull his connections. And then the next generation of family with Gina Valian, she's been able to really pull together, and they work with all the florists in town, wholesale and local retailers, and just really come together to design just beautiful centerpieces. And just throughout the whole experience, when you walk through the Cox Center in the Grand Ballroom, there's just a ton of flowers everywhere, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. But if you know Jim Valiant and you know his work, it's just beautiful.
Well, and everybody comes. I mean, they come to put it together.
Yes,
They
The
do.
florists,
I work as a team and
I have never
love
seen.
to contribute. And
I've
be a
never seen
difference.
anything like that.
And every year is different, and Rick Moses does a great job, one of our
Absolutely.
amazing
One of our
board
board
members,
members.
committee members.
Yes, he's been involved since
year
day
one.
So, is there a special theme this year?
Well, I think the theme this year is just, of course, just our message is that, you know, we really are. It's a new day. It's a new era. It's a new disease, quite frankly. That we're just trying to re-educate and re-inform and make sure that our community realizes that we got a lot more work to do, and we can have a hell of a night spreading the word about it.
Right. Okay. Well, anything else you all want to say about HIV or AIDS or any statistics you want to share?
There are about, we know right now that there's 5,000 cases in the state of Oklahoma. We are below the national average, but that number is always creeping up, and as more people get tested, we're finding new cases every day, and that is very difficult, and we wish we could be at a point where there weren't any new cases, but we do have new cases coming up, and it doesn't discriminate. It's every age, every gender, it just really every culture. It just really does not discriminate, and so the more money that we're able to raise really helps with that prevention, that outreach, and that messaging to really try and foster that AIDS-free generation. So we appreciate everyone's support, and what better way to come out and have a fun time.
Yeah.
Anything else about the party?
It's going to be fun. Get your ticket.
Yeah. You don't want to miss it.
Well, thanks Cher, Graham, and Cindy for continuing the tradition of Red Tie Night. The AIDS cause is lucky to have you fighting for it. Good luck with the 24th annual event. I know the evening will be fun and beautiful. Thanks for coming by.
Thanks for having us.